Star Wars 7x7, episode 2794. So what to watch now episode today, and it's been a couple of months since we've checked in on what's happening over on the Disney Plus YouTube channel, and there have been a handful of fun Star Wars videos uploaded on there, so I thought I'd flag them for you today. Punch it. Hey Rebel Rouser, I'm Alan Voivod and this is Star Wars 7x7, your daily dose of Star Wars joy, and thank you so much for joining me for it. So there's a half a dozen videos that are linked at the blog post for this show's episode at sw7x7.com, and they'll also appear in the show description on YouTube as well, so you'll be able to check them all out if you want. The videos themselves, like, nothing's much longer than 5 minutes, and a couple of them are actually just barely over a minute long, so you'll be able to go through them really quick. 3 of them came out in late 2021, and 3 of them have come out so far in 2022. Most of them are about the Book of Boba Fett, but one of them is about Return of the Jedi, and there's a series that they've been doing, Disney Plus Deets, with Kenneth and Marcellus, and they do a top 10 facts about various things, and they've done stuff for A New Hope and for The Empire Strikes Back, but they did one for Return of the Jedi, and it's really fun, and there's behind the scenes stuff in there, a couple of things that I had never heard before, which is really awesome, and some behind the scenes footage too. There's a brief everything you need to know about Boba Fett thing that is before the release of episode 1 of the Book of Boba Fett, and also a Book of Boba Fett setup situation, like his journey across the galaxy basically, and it's got sort of 8 highlights from his storytelling career, and it includes stuff from Attack of the Clones and from the Clone Wars series and The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, so that's good fun too. Then there's an interview segment with Temeura Morrison and Ming-Na where they answer just some silly questions, and it's just a lighthearted, fun thing. And then there is a recap of all of the best moments, the greatest moments from the Book of Boba Fett that happens with Kristin Baver from This Week in Star Wars, so that's really cool. And actually the other thing is a commercial that is not Book of Boba Fett related, so I misspoke earlier. It is a commercial for Disney Plus and advertising the fact that Star Wars movies are on Disney Plus, in particular sequel trilogy movies, and a guy is watching Rey do a Jedi mind trick in The Rise of Skywalker, and then he goes out and tries to do a Jedi mind trick on some parking enforcement officers, and yeah, it'll give you a chuckle. It's, a real quick thing. And there are a couple other videos that had Star Wars stuff that I did not include in this because, it goes pretty fast basically, and I just figured, well, I'll just tell you. And if you really want to learn more, you can find me easily enough. So they did one where Kelly Marie Tran was asked what her favorite Disney movies are, her top 10, and The Last Jedi is in that list, and I'm really kind of grateful for that, especially after all the foofara that's gone on about that. The fact that she included that in her top 10 list really makes me feel good. I feel like it means that, maybe the jerks were grinding her down before, but she's sprung back and is stronger than ever, so good for her. Also, I forgot to mention too about the Boba Fett's journey thing. The ghost kick from Star Wars Return of the Jedi happens in that particular situation where you see Boba Fett flying in the background and you see Luke Skywalker standing on a skiff and he launches a kick at one of Jabba's guards, and there's a gif going around with this where you can see that he does not kick the guy, and the guy has the full-on I've been kicked reaction. So yeah, so blink and you'll miss it kind of fast and it works on screen, but when they slow it down and they zoom in on it, it's pretty funny. And Valentine's Day, of course, has come and gone, but they had a Share the Love video, which was about different love stories in Disney Plus offerings, and there was nothing Star Wars represented on there. I was a little bummed about that. But there was a Disney date night episode, or Disney Plus date night episode thing that they did, and it was in partnership with LG because they were doing an advertisement for LG TVs and stuff, and so they were talking about different date night things that you might want to watch, and the first thing that they featured was Kanan and Hera from Star Wars Rebels, and that was super exciting. And they talked about how they had a sort of will they or won't they relationship until they finally kissed in season 4 of Rebels, and they show that moment, and I was like, that's awesome. I'm so glad that they included that. All right, so that one I'll put in the show notes as well, all right? And I believe that runs down everything that's been on the Disney Plus YouTube channel of note related to Star Wars, since I think around Disney Plus Day since November 12th. So yeah, there you go. That wraps them all up. And again, if you check out the YouTube version of this show, you'll find links to all those videos in the show description. And if you're catching the audio version of this, it'll be in the show notes on your favorite podcast app. And it'll also be at the blog post for this show's episode at sw7x7.com. And that is going to do it for today's episode of the show. It just remains for me to say thank you so much for joining me for it, as always, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.
7x7 is not endorsed or sponsored yet by Lucasfilm Limited, Disney, or 20th Century Fox, and is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Star Wars, the Star Wars logo, all names and pictures of Star Wars characters, vehicles, and any other Star Wars related items are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of Lucasfilm Limited, or their respective trademark and copyright holders. May the Force be with them. All original content is copyright 2021 by Star Wars 7x7. We hope you love it.